Hi everyone, Wendy here. I wanted to just kind of give you a quick energy update for December. This is kind of a new monthly message. Um, this is the painting. Every month I create a painting filled with messages and such, holding the energy of like new information and the energy that Spirit wants us to feel and kind of think about and process. And it's really to help. It's really to help us kind of integrate, the awakening process. So here we are. This painting I called Accessing the Light Within. This has multiple meanings. So it's about the journey, about us cultivating the sacred mastery of self. Um, and it's also about bridging, so it's the inner world and the outer world. And and you can feel that in the imagery. It's about accessing our akash, and our akash is kind of linked to our DNA, and you can almost see this weaving in and out, and that is the wovenness of light within ourselves. And with that, we have access to all of our past lives and our future lives. Really, time is not linear, and it's time to kind of awaken to that knowing, meaning though we might have or understand disparity, let's say in this current lifetime, we also have lives where we're extremely abundant. So it's about accessing both, um, and then having the power to choose. We're obviously in this incarnation for some reason to kind of move through things, but it is about mastering our past and future, and kind of moving into the consciousness of we're all. So we're not just this gender, we're not just this race, we're all things. So it's the interconnectedness of that. And you can see how beautiful that is, and how just magical this whole process of being human is, in light embodiment, right? And you can see there is with this December's message, there is a significance with the seasons. You can see the season kind of shifting, but notice how the seasons are associated with the color spectrum, and that's significant and that has a purpose. So it's really understanding the process of our lives, and kind of going with the flow and flowing with that. And this painting really does have this beautiful flow. Um, there's something really delicious about this image where, to me, I use the word looking at sting, um, really trusting the process. And as we kind of really this river, right? The river here is really trusting this flow, meaning whatever is arising is important for us. We're understanding whatever is arising emotionally for us has a very unique purpose. Whatever is coming up, not just emotionally, internally, but even things that are rising outside of us, that is important, and that has significance to what we need to look at, what we need to love, what we need to kind of move through or love through, on our path of ascension. Everything is sacred. Everything is divine. Every single thing. There's not one thing in this reality that isn't. And it is the embodiment of this light, accessing this light within. And the light is consciousness, becoming aware of it. But as we flow through this awareness and this energy, how we master the self, really trusting. And might not understand. We might not understand why this is happening, but just being like, hey, I know it's here for a reason, and I'm open to understanding. And as we really kind of master this, understanding that we are quantum beings, that we have had many lives, in the past and in the future, um, and just being open to that awareness, and trusting this process of self mastery and focusing in on the self, of loving the self, it naturally leads to us loving others. It naturally leads to compassion for others, um, by showing up authentically, um, and in having both the darkness and the light, meaning understanding our pain, understanding and loving the pain. I don't mean avoiding and denying. I mean embracing. And that has a beautiful partnership in our relationship with light. And as we master all of that, it leads to this and bridges us to this other world where, where there are other sentient beings on the planet, or not just on the planet. I didn't even know I was going to say that, but there are other sentient beings on the planet. That's interesting. And there is this awareness of the light being everywhere in the trees and in the animals, and kind of partnering with them, and accessing that light. There, as we begin to partner with the planet more and more, it's going to be a lot more sustainable. And I don't just mean physically, I mean energetically. Talk to the trees, talk to the water, talk to all living things. And as you kind of strengthen that relationship, it is going to be things on other planets in the universe, and that have been through this process, this awakening process, and we have access to them. They're here helping all the time, though we don't even realize it. They're very higher frequency, meaning it's very and I don't mean it in a hierarchy way. I mean it in a vibrational way, in kind of more of a very logical way of like higher vibrational things is harder to see, harder to hear with our systems that we have with our eyeballs and our ears. They're our eyes and our ears can only see such a fragment of the electromagnetic wave. And they kind of operate out beyond that. So you have to start accessing other parts of your being to hear them and see them. And you can do that by this process of just learning how to love yourself and being open to this heart space. I don't care who you are, the more you kind of cultivate this expansion and this emotional heart centered space, the stronger your gifts are going to get, inevitably. But as you master the self and your interconnectedness, um, you're going to have access to this other sense of reality. And it's kind of like heaven on earth, and it has this beautiful energy to it. I'll just do a quick flip so you can see it fully. Little bonus painting underneath there. But you can see it's really has this beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Yeah. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little video. If you want to download the full video, you can. Subscribers, I get it for free. So you can subscribe to our Quantum Power Deck. You get a little print of this. And yeah, lots of love sending your way. Keep choosing love. You're not alone. And yeah, I can feel you. Till next time.